Okay, back at it again. We're gonna knock out the Mustangs. I don't think I'll actually be able to do 3 and 4 tonight. I did not realize what time it was, and I'm kind of fighting a little battery issue. So um, we'll go through these. I'll cut them open, kind of give y'all the what's what, if you will, and then we'll put them on the turntable and check them out. Try to get this one done in 15, maybe 20 minutes. So first up is going to be the Ford Mustang GTD. I honestly didn't know anything about this car until I saw this casting pop up earlier in the year. Apparently, this is like the go-go gadget, Bruce Wayne, James Bond version of the Mustang. It's got like everything to press your tie and click your cufflinks and what have you. Um, I mean, and this is a super expensive ride. I think it's north of 200K. Didn't even know a Mustang could ever even remotely get to 6 figures. But it's supposed to be something special. Like it's. I'm not sure how many they're going to make. I need to do a little more research on it. But obviously, the first thing I noticed about this car when I saw it was the wing, spoiler, if you will. It reminded me a lot of the Cobra Type R, from the New Edge Mustangs. I think that was in '99 or 2000. I really can't remember, but that car was definitely iconic. And they actually had one down the road from here, parked in a showroom of a tire shop for many, many years. I'm not sure if it's still there because I don't go by that place much very more, but um, flat bottom, nothing too special on this one. It has kind of the Zamac look, but it is paint. It's not a Zamac finish. But it does have details on the rear, details on the front. And it's a Mustang. Got to have it. All right, next one is a 65 Mustang convertible. This is from 98, collector number 1051. And I remember I had a couple castings like this as a kid. I'm sure some of y'all had them too that are in the right age group. I actually have the red one with white interior now that I got in a trade. It wasn't the car I had growing up, but the one that I had that I really enjoyed was like a hunter green with tan interior, and it had like white wall wheels. What's cool about this one is it's got an opening hood, and they've always had that same velocity stack looking setup on what I presume is a 289, if you will. But this is just a standard mainline from them, not an anniversary or nothing special, but there's the double die cast, obviously, from them. There's an undercarriage shot of the car. Okay, the Dark Horse. I know a little bit about it because I've done some research on it, watched some videos. What I like about this car is, anybody can do whatever they want to any vehicle, right? And performance relations and all that. But what I really did like what Ford did with this car was they really honed in on the handling package. And this car has some serious underbelly improvements, and it's literally made to be driven. Not just blasting down the track or, banging third and fourth gear on a freeway. The suspension tune they put in these cars is next level. That's really all I can speak on it without giving some improper terminology, but I'm glad that they really focus, besides the obvious, right? It has a bunch of, different cams and everything on the 5 liter, but that's kind of the main emphasis they have on the car is the handling package. So again, this one has nice details on the rear. Same thing on the front. Totally flat bottom. It's got a little bit of the detail on the rear suspension and the exhaust. But if you don't know much about this thing, I think it came out in 24 or 23 as a Ford model. check it out. It's pretty interesting. Be really surprised at what they put into these things. And I can't remember what they sticker for. They're not cheap. Okay, this is a 68 Shelby GT500. If I was going to have a 68, it'd probably be that, obviously, or the 68 Bullet Style 390, whatever code variant that is. I would say 68 is my favorite, probably 69. And if I had a 69, I'm going to say it, it'd be a Boss 429. Again, those things are very expensive, very rare. Good luck finding one for less than six figures now. It's not done. This is a project. And even if it is legit, Boss 429, even a bare chassis is going to be sticker shock whenever you find out what someone wants for it. But anything Shelby I like from all years, this was no exception. This car is actually pretty nice out of the package. The gold interior goes really well with the stripe package and the wheels. A little bit of detail on here. Okay, and I love the SN95 Mustang for a bunch of reasons. One, I just love the car, period. In real life. What I love about what Hot Wheels does with these cars is they are double diecast. So this will be the 94 to 98 Mustang. This one's from 98, collector number 1058. I have probably 4 or 5 of these now. And in these cars, I would have, if I had to pick a few model variants, in real life, it'd be, I always like the 95 Cobra or 96 red, tan interior. A 97 or 98, just plain Jane GT, hardtop. I'm not sure if I'd want one of these in a convertible. I'm one of those people that one of the convertibles I do like is a Shelby because it has the roll bar. It's actually a surfboard rack, but I'm just not that crazy about having my head unprotected in the event of a rollover. But all the years that I made these cars, this particular style, the SN95, 94 to 98, I threw out a couple that I would like to see if I was ever going to own one. It'd be a 95 or maybe even a 94 Cobra because they went away with a 5 liter, I think, in 95, and they came out with a 4.6 in 96, if I remember right. Another color combo that I liked, and in really all these years, I can't remember what years they had that color, but the yellow black interior, just a straight up GT, manual, automatic. I don't really care. This car, it had all the chime and all the whistle. It was, say what you want. Oh, I hate Mustangs. No, you don't. Like I said in previous videos, no, you don't. You're just kind of hating it because you can't have it. Deep down, a little part of you can swallow that dislike for Ford, and you want a Mustang. I like the undercarriage on these cars from Hot Wheels because they do a really good job on this one, which is also why I kind of chase it too. I didn't have this one that come up from some Facebook post or trade. I can't remember, but and the detail on the interior is pretty decent for a mainline. The steering wheel on there is not terrible. The seats are so-so. And then last is going to be kind of a duplicate of this other car, but a little newer. This is 65 2+2 fastback. This one's from 2012 Hot Wheels showroom. And this, kind of grout concrete colored gray looks really good with the bright contrast of these wheels and this orange striping. It's something different than what I'd seen other color combos in this casting from Hot Wheels. Boom tube exhaust, a little bit of detail on the bottom, nothing crazy, but it's the rear. Right. But in a 70 Mustang, obviously the one to have is the Mach 1 of the Boss 302. I don't care. Pick a color. Yellow, grabber green, white, red, black. It don't matter. Um, if I had to pick one first gen Mustang, that'd be a tough pick. But if I just had to kind of roll the dice and money wasn't an option, it'd be a hard toss up between a 68 Shelby or the 68 like McQueen had in the movie Bullet. Or it would honestly probably be a 70. I mean, the 69 Boss 9 that's the holy grail Mustang, in my opinion. But trying to find one of those cars and afford one of those cars, yeah, I'm more likely to, have a fifth kid, if I'm being honest. Um, but a nice clean 70 Mach 1 or Boss 302. Again, those cars aren't cheap either, but that'd probably be a little more realistic, if you will, if you're going to spend that kind of money on a custom Mustang. As far as the newer variants, the SN95s are really nice, but I think the new Edge, 98 to 04, is a little bit more comfortable car, a little bit newer car. You don't get the option of having those first few years like the SN95 had the 5.0 because they went to the 4.6, like all the new Edge cars had. But the new Edge cars were new cars, when I was in junior high and high school, and they had a bunch of nice packages. They had the Bullet, they had the Mach 1, they had um, later on they had a Boss, and just the standard GTs in those cars. They were everywhere down here. I mean, just like the SN95s. Don't have a Fox body in this group, but I had these together. I figured it'd be a quick little go through. We'll get some up close on the turntables. Nothing right here is just like screaming at me about being the best one. If I had to take a pick from them sitting here right in front of me, probably the SN95 convertible is probably going to be the showstopper, if you will. That GTD Mustang is actually pretty nice, and the Dark Horse is too because it has that flat color paint. But we will let the camera decide. We will check it out here in just a second. I'll get Kellen to pause the camera for me so I can get them on the turntable, show them to you guys, and we'll go from there. I'll do a little bit better about reading the card information off the back, just so you guys, if you want to try to find one, you know where to look. So stay tuned. All right, Mustang GTD. This is part of the Mustang 60 Sub-Series car 1 out of 5, 2025 release. This is a B-case car, and this one definitely is better out of the package. I didn't think this car was that great because of the wheel choice. I mean, it does kind of replicate what comes on the car apparently, but the paint is a lot better than I expected it to be. I'm glad that it has details front and rear, and not bad. I mean, if you look at this car on some of the research you do and the videos that you watch and the deep dive you can take on this thing, which I haven't done, it's a pretty good rendition of the car. I don't have any complaints. Okay, 65 Mustang. Like I said, this one's from 1998 from Hot Wheels. It's collector number 1051, and that's all they tell you about it. It's got the classic vibe, of the flames and all that. And like I said, I do like these because they have the double die cast. It's got die cast base, die cast body, opening hood, which is a nice feature, and just a good classic casting. Like I said, that I had a couple of models of growing up, and I think this is number 3 or 4 that I have. And the other 3 or 4 that I do have, they're in really good shape too. I think they're straight blister pulls. So, all right, Dark Horse Mustang. This 2024 release. This car is actually 250 out of 250 for the year. The sub series it's in is Then and Now, 10 out of 10 of the cars in that series, and it's apparently a Q case car. Again, like I was talking about earlier, if you have any kind of love or likeness from Mustangs and you don't know much about the Mustang Dark Horse, do some research on it. It'll really get your motorhead gears grinding. Um, I'm finally glad Ford did a real honest tribute to someone who's a track driver and wants to enjoy their car and drive it and push to the limits. Do something different. I've got to get some different color bases for this turntable, guys. I'm the blue on blue is just really not really doing it, but I'll make that a project this weekend to search down at Hobby Lobby or somewhere to get some different colors for this turntable. All right, 2013 Hot Wheels release. This is a 68 Shelby GT500 Hot Wheels Showroom Series. Apparently, it's 245 out of 250 for the year. This is a C case car from that year. Very nice mainline, great pearl white paint. I actually do like the interior color and the color scheme of this car. It's very fitting for this year of Mustang, especially in a Shelby. It'll eventually probably get some tail light treatment and something on the front. It needs a little bit of something. I'm just quite not sure what it'll be yet, but again, a very nice mainline. Not griping about it too much. I still love it. It'll go great in the Mustang collection. Okay, this is from 1998. It's a 96 Mustang, collector number 1058. Like I said, the nice thing about these SN95 style Mustangs from Hot Wheels, 1994 Mustang, 98, they are double diecast variants. I've got 3 or 4 other ones, and every one in color is very different. Wheels as well. I know there's plenty more color variants out there that I obviously will get over time, but I was glad to get this one. All right, last man standing for tonight is going to be 2013 Hot Wheels showroom release. This car is 237 out of 250 for the year. 65 Mustang 2+2 Fastback. Very desirable car in real life, and this casting is really cool. The stance on this car is great. I love the boom tube, side exhaust. Just very fitting for a mainline. That kind of dark orange interior, that Destroyer Dolphin Battleship Gray with the orange and the orangish gold wheels. This car was one of the more tough ones for me to actually bust off of a card, but once the trend started, it just didn't go away, and that's just how we're doing things here on Diversified Diecast. We jailbreak diecast and get them in their home, in our hands, so we can enjoy them. So again, we'll close it for tonight. Sorry I couldn't get the other 2 done. There's just not enough time. Can't burn the candle at both ends, right? But we'll close this one out. I hope you guys enjoyed the Mustangs. We'll do the 3 Ferraris next, and we'll probably do the National Icons. Then, like I said on the previous video, we'll get into the Giant Lightnings. We'll get some of those out and start checking those out. And the treat for that is going to be a lot of them are low productions. And for those of you who know me, that are diecast pals of mine, one particular person I can mention, but I won't drop his name. He knows it's going to be like severing ties with tools, guns, or even my children. So I'm doing this because I'm at that point. This is just what makes me happy, and I want to be able to share it with the world and all you guys on YouTube. And I hope you have the same appreciation. So again, thanks for watching. Appreciate you taking your time out of your night, your morning, your lunch hour, what have you, and more content coming soon. Thanks again.